Alright, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. The alleged Hazbin Hotel Season 3 trailer leak. Now, before we get too deep into this, I need you to understand something. Leaks in animation are tricky. They're not like live-action leaks where someone films a scene on set with their phone. Animation leaks usually come from storyboards, early renders, or someone on the inside deciding to spill the tea. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Multiple sources across Twitter, Reddit, and even some Discord servers are claiming they've seen early footage of Season 3. Some people are sharing what they say are screenshots from the trailer, and others are dropping detailed descriptions of scenes they allegedly watched. The craziest part, a lot of these descriptions are lining up with each other, which either means this is real, or someone created the most elaborate fake leak in Hazbin Hotel history. So, what are people actually seeing in these supposed leaks? Well, according to the most talked about posts, the trailer opens with Charlie standing in front of a massive door. The setting is dark, almost suffocating, and you can hear her breathing heavily like she's terrified of what's on the other side. Then, the door slowly opens, and we see Lilith. But here's the thing, she doesn't look happy to see Charlie. In fact, people are saying her expression is cold, distant, almost like she's annoyed that Charlie even showed up. That alone has the fandom spiraling because we've spent 2 entire seasons watching Charlie desperately try to reach her mom. And the idea that Lilith might not care? That's brutal. But it gets worse. Apparently, the leaked trailer shows Lilith telling Charlie something along the lines of, "You shouldn't have come here." Like, what does that even mean? Is Lilith protecting Charlie from something dangerous? Or is she genuinely rejecting her daughter? Either way, it's giving major emotional damage vibes. And I'm not ready. Even though Vox lost his head, literally, at the end of Season 2, the leaks are suggesting he's not done. Some people claim the trailer shows his head still talking, still scheming, still being the manipulative villain we know and hate. And apparently, there's a scene where someone, possibly Valentino or another overlord, is trying to rebuild Vox or use his technology for something even more dangerous. If that's true, then Season 3 isn't just about dealing with the aftermath of Season 2. It's about a new threat that's even worse than what we've already seen. And honestly, that tracks because Vivienne Medrano doesn't do small stakes. She goes big or goes home now. Let's talk about Angel Dust, because his storyline in these leaks is absolutely heartbreaking. According to the descriptions, the trailer shows Angel Dust alone, sitting in some rundown apartment or motel room, and he looks destroyed. People are saying there's a voiceover of Husk calling out to him, begging him to come back, but Angel just stares at the floor like he doesn't believe he deserves to go back. And here's where it gets even more emotional. Apparently, there's a quick flash of Valentino in the trailer, and he's smiling, that sick, twisted smile that makes your skin crawl. The implication is that even though Angel left the hotel, Valentino still has control over him. Whether that's through contracts, manipulation, or something worse, we don't know yet. But the fact that Valentino is still in the picture means Angel's freedom is nowhere near guaranteed. And if Season 3 really is going to be Angel's season, like Vivienne said, then we're about to watch him go through absolute hell before he gets any kind of peace. I'm talking trauma, betrayal, and probably some of the darkest moments this show has ever done. Because let's be real, Hazbin Hotel doesn't shy away from heavy topics, and Angel's story with Valentino has always been one of the most intense and uncomfortable parts of the show. But here's where things get even more interesting. Some of the leaks are talking about new characters, and I'm not talking about random background demons. I'm talking about major players who could completely change the game. One leak mentions a character who's supposedly connected to Lilith's past, someone who knows secrets about her time in hell and why she disappeared for so long. If that's true, then Season 3 isn't just about Charlie and Lilith's relationship. It's about uncovering Lilith's history and understanding what she's been doing all this time. Another leak talks about a character tied to Lucifer, possibly someone from his past who has a grudge or unfinished business with him. And considering how much we learned about Lucifer in Season 2, adding another layer to his story would make perfect sense. There's also talk about a character connected to Angel Dust's past, someone from his human life before he ended up in hell. That could be a family member, a friend, or someone who played a major role in how he ended up the way he is now. If that's the case, then Angel's backstory is about to get way more depth than we ever expected. And honestly, I'm here for it, because Angel deserves a fully fleshed out arc that explores not just his trauma, but who he was before all of this. Now, let's get into the release date, because this is where things get really messy. So, according to the leaks, Hazbin Hotel Season 3 is supposedly dropping in June 2026. And honestly, that lines up perfectly with what Vivian Medrano said about the production timeline. She mentioned that Season 3 is well into production and that the wait between Season 2 and Season 3 should be similar to the wait we had between Season 1 and Season 2. If you remember, Season 1 ended in February 2025 and Season 2 dropped in October 2025. That's about 8 months. Season 2 wrapped up in late 2025, so if we add 8 months to that, we're looking at June or July 2026. Animation is unpredictable. Delays happen all the time, especially with a show as detailed and high quality as Hazbin Hotel. Vivian and her team don't rush things, and that's why the show looks as stunning as it does. So while June 2026 sounds believable, it's not set in stone until we get an official announcement from Amazon Prime or Vivian herself. But let's be real, if June 2026 is accurate, that means we're only a few months away from Season 3. And that's insane. Like, we've been waiting and theorizing for so long, and the idea that we might actually get answers soon is both thrilling and terrifying, because once Season 3 drops, everything changes. All the theories, all the speculation, all the fan fiction, it's all going to be put to the test. And honestly, I think some of us aren't ready for that. But let's talk about what else these leaks are saying about the trailer, because there's one scene that has everyone absolutely spiraling. Apparently, there's a moment in the leaked trailer where Charlie is crying, like full-on breaking down in tears. And the context? People are saying it's because of something Lilith says or does. Now, we don't know exactly what happens in that scene, but the fact that Charlie, the most optimistic and hopeful character in the entire show, is reduced to tears tells you how brutal this moment is going to be. Charlie has spent 2 seasons trying to prove herself, trying to save souls, trying to make hell a better place, and trying to reconnect with her mom. If Lilith rejects her or tells her something devastating, that could completely shatter Charlie's spirit. And that's terrifying because Charlie is the heart of the show. She's the reason the hotel exists. She's the reason everyone comes together. If Charlie breaks, what happens to everyone else? Do they fall apart too? Or do they step up and support her in ways we haven't seen before? My guess is that this moment, if it's real, is going to be the emotional climax of the season. Then there's the whole situation with Al. The leaks are saying that Al plays a huge role in Season 3, which makes sense considering how much his character developed in Season 2. We saw him sacrifice himself to protect Charlie, and we saw him break free from Vox's control. But the question everyone's asking is, what's next for Al? Is he fully on Charlie's side now, or does he still have his own agenda? The leaks are hinting at something pretty wild. Apparently, there's a scene in the trailer where Al is standing in front of a mirror, and his reflection is different. Like, his reflection looks darker, more sinister, almost like it's showing his true self. And people are interpreting this as a sign that Al is struggling with his identity and his loyalties. Is he the charming, morally gray character we've grown to love? Or is there something darker lurking beneath the surface? Vivian has said that Season 3 will focus on found family, and Al is definitely part of that family now. But found family doesn't mean everyone is perfect. It means people with complicated pasts and conflicting motivations come together and choose to support each other anyway. So I think Al's arc in Season 3 is going to be about him figuring out where he truly belongs. Does he belong with Charlie and the hotel crew? Or is he destined to walk a different path? And honestly, I don't think he's going to betray them. I think his struggle is going to be internal, not external. He's going to fight against his own nature, his own instincts, and ultimately, he's going to choose connection over isolation. At least, that's what I hope happens. Because if Al does betray everyone, I'm going to be devastated. Another thing the leaks are mentioning is Husk. And listen, Husk doesn't get enough love. But apparently, Season 3 is going to change that. People are saying the trailer shows Husk stepping up in a major way.